I'm on this side of the podium so I can say some things that I know if there's an active investigation, people who might be involved cannot say. I am glad that one of the commissioners in here broke some text and information to the media about givings by Mr. Bacigalupo. I'm very happy with that. Wish it would have come sooner, but now is better than later. I want to make a public call for the Historic Commission, who's right next door, to fire Mr. Bacigalupo immediately instead of letting him stay as director of the museum. I want to say that based off the bankruptcy filing, the fact that at best case scenario, they are 2-to-1 debt to assets is a really bad sign. And the fact that Mr. Bacigalupo is listed as someone who is owed money at this point is just preposterous. And I want to say that I know that there was some really close things between State Theater, Winona Park, Bay City, and how that has gotten confused by a lot of people. And unfortunately, yes, some of your guys' hands will be tied on this until more things come out, either by court cases or by by the parties actually making statements officially. But I think that whatever happens with that bankruptcy, when that comes around, it will require more checks, more balances, and a process that makes sense to people other than the people who are appointed to those boards. Because while they were appointed internally, I know that downtown itself had a non-official hand in that. I know that the Bay Arts Council, that is no longer exists, and that was dissolved under very little fanfare, and is now sort of operating under the Friends of Masonic Temple, burned bridges in that too. And all these groups are going to have more scrutiny, which will make it a little bit harder to do things, but maybe taking a little more time to do things correctly will prevent this from happening in the future. On the next thing I want to mention, which is actually probably the only other thing I want to mention tonight, when we're talking about what was just said by the previous speaker about the bridges, as they are an official representative, I just want to restate that they originally said, the company themselves, I'm not the speaker, I'm not speaker, but the company themselves said that that bridge needed to be replaced. And then they came back and said, well, we can fix it for the same amount of time. And then all the people who was mentioned that need to contact to get their accounts fixed, they had the exact same problem in Virginia, as I mentioned 6 years ago. And they still can't fix it here today. The adjustment for the minimum charge to match the monthly charge for unlimited, what a concept. Should have been done day one. You guys know my opinions on this. Whether you like it or not is another story, but you guys know my opinions on this. I am frustrated that all these things that were asked about, talked about, still happened, even though it was clear that they did the exact same thing previously in other locations. Thank you.